On January 22nd, our teammate Layla Mickelson interviewed junior gymnastics captain Abigail Oppegaard about not being able to participate this season due to a serious injury and how that has been affecting her and the team.
My name is Abigail Oppegaard, and I'm a junior.
And do you do any sports?
Do is a strong term. I guess did is probably the better word. I did gymnastics until I tore my ACL and meniscus.
Ooh. And like, so how did that happen, if you don't mind?
So basically it actually wasn't even during competition, which is high-key embarrassing, but I guess that's life. It was during warm-ups for competition, and I had just like gotten some of my new skills, and so I was doing those, whatever, and my dismount had basically I was dismounting off of bars, and my dismount is a rotating dismount, and so I had just started to get a half rotation instead of a fourth of a rotation, and I'd been working on it, it had been going really well, it was fine, I was landing it, but then the mats were just a little bit off center, and I landed with one leg up on an 8-inch mat, and the other leg was down, and so because it was rotating, my leg stopped moving, but my body kept rotating.
Stop, no.
So, and then I heard a pop, and then I was on the ground.
Stop right now. That just sounds painful.
I mean, okay, I wasn't even crying. I was just sitting there, and I was like, oh, something bad happened. At first I thought my leg broke, but then, it was not broken, so it was fine.
Yeah, just an ACL and meniscus tear.
It was fine. I wasn't even crying. I was just sitting there, and I was like, oh, that didn't feel good. And my coaches were like, what's going on?
Okay, so you are a captain of gymnastics, correct?
Yes.
So how has your injury impacted kind of your experience of being a captain on the team?
I mean, obviously it's really different because part of what's being a captain is being able to lead things like lines, which is our warm-ups in the beginning of practices, and maybe being able to help a girl or show a girl how to do a new skill, or help them fix a small part of their skill if it's one that you know how to do, or especially at meets, you go out and you do your performance the best you can and try to not be nervous and show the other girls that they can do it too and it's gonna be fine, even though competition nerves are real. Mm-hmm. So obviously that really sucks, I can't do it, but I guess I've taken on more of a team manager role at this point, which our team kind of needed because we don't really have a full-time manager right now. So I've been helping out with cleaning the office and doing some things around the gym, so it's just different.
Nice. Yeah, just supporting the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that feels good for all the other teammates.
Yeah, and I'd like to be able to still see the girls. I mean, obviously it's sad to see everybody do what you love, but I still like to be there with them.
Yeah, and then are you going to be able to be back at it next year?
So that's a really hard question because ACL recoveries specifically are really, really long and very tedious. And it's kind of up in the air right now. I was told 9 to 12 months, but also potentially up to 2 years. So if it was 9 months, I'd be right before the season, that would be perfect. 12 months would be a month and a half or something into the season. 2 years, obviously, I would miss my senior year, which would be a bummer.
Aw. I'm sorry.
But they said if you do your PT well, you have a better chance of going back, and I'm going at the PT hardcore. So.
That's good.
We're hoping.
Just go at it now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if you want to touch on this topic. It's kind of more of a sensitive topic, but I'm sure that your mental health has been affected by this. And so could you talk a little bit about how it's been affected, if you're comfortable?
Yeah, no, I'm cool with that. I'm not going to lie, honestly, the mental battle for an injury, which I'm sure a lot of athletes or whatever people who participate in a sport would say is so much worse than the actual injury. I got put under whatever, I had surgery, when I tore it, it obviously hurt, but all of that is nothing compared to how sad it makes me to be out. I've said this to my friends, 100% I would tear my ACL again, and feel that pain if it meant I could just be back at my sport, which is kind of crazy, but it sucks. I've spent many nights being upset and or crying over it.
And then what are just some ways that you've kind of coped with it and gotten through the hard times?
Honestly, humor. I feel the best you can do, people are oh, I feel so bad, and I'm don't, it's fine. And I just I feel make jokes about it, and you just do what you can, and all that I can do is what I keep, like, all that I can do is just, like, keep moving forward, which is what I'm trying to tell myself. And, like, I mean, in a lot of ways, my injury has taught me a lot. Like, I was thinking about it, I was like, I guess I really learned, like, do everything like it's the last time you're ever going to do it, because, like, for me, that's, like, that was kind of true. So, you know, there's been lessons, and I think that's, like, part of the way I'm coping with it, is just, like, taking it for what it is.
Yeah. I mean, that's like, I feel like that's a healthy way.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, right, it's all you can do. It's just, like, think about the positives and, like, the potential to get better, because, like, if you just spend all your time being, like, sad that you can't do it, like, of course you're sad, but, like, get over yourself.
Are you still going to, like, all of, like, the team meets and, like, going on, like, I'm sure you were saying before that you were supporting the team, but you're going to, like, the away meets and doing all that as well?
Well, so there's been some conflicts with, like, my physical therapy stuff, so I've missed a couple meets, but, like, I still go to practice basically every day, and, like, I'm at strength and, like, doing arm stuff, obviously not leg stuff, and, like, I go to practice and, like, I'll hang out and do stuff, or, like, do my homework just to be with the girls, and, like, when I can go to meets, it, like, doesn't conflict with physical therapy. Like, I'm there. Like, tomorrow's meet, I'll be there. I'll be cheering on my girls.
That's great to hear. Are there any, like, bigger challenges that I haven't even seen that you've struggled with?
Yes! The stairs!
And is there anything else that you want to mention about either your team or, like, your injury or this, how it's impacted you or your sport?
I feel like we kind of covered, like, you know, like, how it's impacted me in my sport, but, like, I would just, like, point out, I don't know, like, I feel like my team's been really supportive of me, and my coaches, like, they're obviously all really bummed, but, like, they're all right there with me. They're, like, I don't know, a lot of the girls, like, texted me after surgery, were like, hey, what's up, is there anything I can do? And, like, I don't know, it was just nice to feel like I had a team that, like, even though I couldn't compete with them anymore, like, they were still right behind me. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Anyways,
so sweet.
so shout out to SLP Gymnastics.